And welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And we are back on the west coast of Canada today.
Yes.
Shawnee has relocated out to Vancouver, and I still live in Toronto, so we're doing the transcontinental commute. So this is not Biff, and this is not Boo.
No, this is Kika.
Kika.
Or a kitten, and she doesn't really want to be here, I don't think.
No.
Do you want to be here?
No.
No?
Probably not.
Okay,
well,
we'll see. Maybe as we warm up, she'll get more comfortable and start yelling.
Love it.
All right.
Today on the show, we're going to humor you poor people who can't afford Vista machines, can't afford all that new hardware and run Vista on a new video adapter and extra RAM and the rest of it. What we're going to do is going to show you how to take your old XP machine and retrofit it and make it work like Vista. Aren't you excited?
I'm really excited because I've always thought to myself, I would rather take my old, well-functioning XP machine and make it look like I was a sucker that paid a bunch of money for a machine that didn't work yet.
Oh, Sean. All right, let's pause for a message from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with converting XP to look and work like Vista.
Can you make my driver's flaky too?
Yes.
This is Bongo. He likes bananas. This is a banana peel. It is a slippery hazard. This is Camtasia Studio 4. It is simple to use. Now answer our trivia question. What screen recording software does not swing from trees or make you slip? I'll be back at the end of the show with the answer.
Well, I have a little test for you here, Sean. Mm-hmm. So we have two laptops here. On the left, we have a Dell machine, the Inspiron 6400. On the right, we have an X41 from Lenovo. Mm-hmm. They look the same, don't they?
Well, except for the fact that one of them is physically bigger.
Well, I'm talking about the desktops here.
And you've got different icons on the two.
Thank you.
And one's black screen and the other one has the Northern Lights going on. These are completely different machines. I don't know what you're trying to prove here.
One's Vista and one's XP, but they kind of look like XP.
Actually, now that you mention it. So I'm looking at this, and from a menu perspective, yes. Start menu, all of the sidebars.
Sidebars?
Yeah, they kind of look the same.
But one of them isn't. So what I've done is I've retrofitted XP with a bunch of free software.
Free is
to make
good.
it look and work like Vista.
All right, well, let's switch back and forth here a second. Can you tell the difference?
This is Vista.
Can you tell the difference? Is there a difference?
So which one is it?
Well, I've got a bit of an in here. I know which one is which.
Which one do you think that they're going to choose?
I don't know. I think we need to sort of go into this and actually start using them to see which one.
Well, you click on the start bar there.
All right.
I should say the Windows button.
The Windows button.
Right. And I'm going to do that over here as well. Okay, so now is there any obvious giveaways? Have you guys figured it out yet?
So far, there's not a huge amount of difference, but I do notice on the one side, on your screen over there, there are a bunch of little icons beside the names.
Yeah, that's the giveaway. Plus, there's no search bar, right?
There's no search bar on that one, and there is on the one that I've got here. Right. So I'm thinking that I've got Vista over here.
You do, and I'm actually running XP that's been Vista.
Oh, there we go. So look, I hit all programs, and that comes back into the left-hand side, and you hit all programs, and it flies out like the old school XP.
Cascades, right.
So there will be a bit of a difference. It's not a complete makeover.
But I tell you, so what I've done here is this is an XP machine, the X41 Lenovo machine that I'm working on here. So what I've done is I've installed the Vista Transformation Kit.
Okay.
It's a free piece of software you can download from the internet. And basically what it does is it changes all the look and feel of all the windows, of the start menu. It gives you a sidebar functionality. As you can see, there are gadgets on the right-hand side that look exactly like the Vista gadgets.
Mm-hmm. And this one, and there's a slight difference.
A slight difference, but for the most part, And it actually even has that sort of the aeroglass, the sort of translucent effect on the sidebar as well. Mm-hmm. So that's an amazing piece of freebie software that you can download and instantly transform to give yourself a new look on XP, which is really, really valuable. It does transform your start menu, but not with the search functionality that is wonderful on Vista.
So it's like a skin more than an actual...
It's a skin with a sidebar plugin kind of idea.
Right, so it's not a deep down change.
No.
Okay.
No. And of course, all the old, the icons are still XP icons and that sort of thing. I should say icons. The functionality still works like XP. They have actually done some updates on some of the icons to make it look more like Vista. Now, I did want so because I don't have the search, functionality. Let's just test the search here real quick and show you.
Okay.
For those of you who haven't seen this on Vista, it's one of the key secrets is there's a search bar in every single major window as well as on the start menu itself.
Okay, so the start menu, I've just searched for the device manager, and there it is.
And there it is.
And you know what? I'm going to go over here to the computer, and we have the search bar right up here in the window here. So let's type in there and do the same thing.
Right.
So
one of the most amazing things I think about Vista is a really great integration, very similar to obviously Spotlight on the Apple side of the marketplace. Now you can do that on the XP transformed version, except you have to install Google Desktop.
Google Desktop.
So, and it doesn't quite work exactly the same way, but if I hit double tap Control here, 1, 2, it should come up. 1, 2. There you go. So I could type the device manager, and it would start to find it that way too.
Okay. Well,
not exactly the same functionality, but
can you use any of the other search programs like X1 or things like that? So working roughly the same way?
Work exactly in the same way, exactly. So you have a couple of options there, and we'll put those URLs in our show notes, so you can find that. Okay. Now, one of the key things about Vista, of course, is the new new security functionality.
Right.
So Microsoft bought the product Giant Anti-Spyware and converted it into the Windows Defender, and it's pre-installed on Windows Vista. Now, the good thing is that they have also released it for XP.
Awesome.
So if you, so I've actually installed it separately. You can get it from, I think it's Microsoft.com/Defender.
Well, Defender was available for XP before.
It was, that's true, before Vista was released.
Right. So it's not integrated into XP, but you can add it in, but it is integrated into Vista.
And it works very much the same.
Awesome.
Now, the other thing that Vista offers is a two-way firewall.
Yes.
Right? So XP had a one-way firewall to stop bad stuff coming in, but if something was infected on the machine, it didn't check to see if it was legitimately allowed to go out from your machine out to the internet. So if you got infected with a virus or a piece of spyware was trying to communicate back to the mothership, XP wouldn't stop that. Well, I found an amazing free two-way firewall from PC Tools.
PC Tools, right. Now, there have been other firewalls that you've been able to get for XP before, like Zone Alarm, but they tended to be very, very needy. They would interrupt you every couple seconds anytime something went in and out. And I guess you could train it so that it didn't do that anymore, but it was a little bit of a pain in the butt for most users, and they just didn't want to have to deal with that.
Based on what I've seen from the PC Tool Firewall Plus, it gives you as close to a Vista experience as you're going to get on the transformed XP version. So I have it right here up, and if I try to access an application, kicked in. And it should do a little alert. I think I've already given it permission, though.
Oh, that's silly.
So the applications. So here are all the applications that are authorized or blocked and that sort of thing. Again, really easy to manage. It's available from PC Tools. It's free. And also, when you do download it, they'll try to give you a 30-day trial of their Spyware Doctor.
Now, should you go for that, or is?
I think it's one of the better ones on the marketplace, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as anti-spyware products go.
And for those of you who haven't seen our security episode on spyware, there's probably a couple of spyware programs that you should have on any system, whether you're talking XP or Vista. Don't just rely strictly on Windows Defender. Also go for one of the other ones that we recommend, like Spybot Search and Destroy. I still like Adaware, although some people aren't so hot on
I'm not a big fan of Adaware.
It's okay, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to run it as well. It can't do any real serious harm anyways.
Exactly. Okay, so that's that. Now, of course, one of the key features about Vista is this new controversial application called User Access Control, which is designed to, every time, let's demonstrate it. Every time you try to do any kind of changes or install software, try to change the time.
Yeah, this is our classic example.
Now, we're not going to be able to show this, of course, because it's on a secure layer.
Oh, and we actually had some people ask before, or we asked you about user access control, why you would want to turn it off. And we said screen recording is one reason why you'd want to do that. And we got some feedback from people. accessibility. That's one reason why you'd want to turn that off.
Yeah.
In fact, is if you have something that reads the screen and you've got user access control, well, guess what? That software that is reading the screen for you, if you're visually impaired or whatnot, it won't be able to do that if it's got that layer in front of it. So turning that off will actually allow people to do that. So thank you for writing in about that. So let's just
So user access control, basically, every time you try to change a setting, if you try to update a driver, if you try to install new software, you get this alert that says, hey,
Windows needs your permission to continue. If you started this action, continue.
Yeah, so if you didn't initiate it, then of course you click continue, and if you didn't, then it's a spyware or it's virus or something like that that's trying to do something nasty to your system, so you say cancel. So, of course, XP doesn't have that.
No.
Right? But I found a little application that gives you UAC type of functionality, which is actually a really good idea.
Great, so we can actually have a piece of software that'll interrupt us anytime we try to do anything.
You mean like on the Mac?
No, I'm talking about just anything.
All right. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to click here on. There's a little application called WinGuard Pro 2007. It's a free piece of software.
WinGuard Pro.
And what it does is it basically protects your device manager, your control panel. You can actually set it up to also defend running your browser and all kinds of things like that. It's a really great piece of software. So let me see if I can kick that in. You can see what it looks like here. And I try to open the control panel, and what happens is I get a little box that says restrictions.
Restriction.
And you type in a password, and you can actually say, remember this, and which is actually better than UAC. And it works just like UAC. So it actually gives you that level of control over the system that's it's pretty powerful.
So what happens if you try to defeat it? Is there a way to defeat this like there is with unlike user access control?
I don't know. I haven't tried to defeat it.
Well, let's try.
It's a layer of security. I don't know. I guess we should examine that to see if you can actually knock it out. Like you can actually go into the memory and see if you can disable it.
There's potentially a way. If it's not integrated into the operating system, there's potentially a way to get rid of something like that.
Oh, I tried to go into Windows Task Manager and it popped up as well.
So, well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a handy security clone. Of course, we talked about Windows Defender and the Firewall. So those are the three key things that you want to do as far as cloning the Vista security experience.
Now you said you could make my drivers flaky as well.
Well, that's pre-formatted.
That's a Windows thing. Yeah, I guess that's the big issue. Is XP at this point? You might want to stay with XP and make it look like Vista because the driver base on XP is
much broader.
So a lot of the things that may not work on Vista at this point, like say video cameras, like web cameras. You'll have them work on XP, and you may want that experience, that look, but you don't want to have to deal with worrying about when I plug this in, is it going to work or is it not going to work?
That's right. Well, plus the cost of new hardware to support Vista as well.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's take a break for another message from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with final words. And I think we have some pictures, right?
We have a few pictures.
Awesome.
Earlier in the show, we asked you what screen recording software does not swing from trees or make you slip. Is it A, Bongo the Chimp, B, a banana peel, or C, Camtasia Studio 4? The answer is Camtasia Studio 4. Learn more at labrats.techsmith.com.
You know what? This Vancouver weather, I have to say, it makes me sleepy.
Sleepy, eh?
I just realized through that episode, I'm like, yeah, here's the cool thing, the XP, doing the Vista. Energy's low. I have to be more excited!
Coffee.
More coffee.
The
All
Vancouver treat.
Yes. Okay, but I am excited about pictures. You guys have been sending us fabulous pictures of you and your friends and your animals and your people in your life. And your spaceships.
Horses, goats, spaceships.
Right, so we like that. So don't forget to send those to feedback@labrats.tv.
And if possible, send them with you in them.
Yes.
It's nice to see your goats and your sheep and your frogs, but we'd like to see you with your frogs and your sheep and your goats.
And what's with the pictures of the people who are like, this is me? Like, you want to show your faces. It's like is it a secret geek society or something like that. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway,
we can't talk about
but we do have... That's right, we cannot talk about it. Let's have a look at who we have this week, though.
All right, we have...
Very excited.
See, here's one. Now, we love cats.
We love cats.
But please, take a picture of you with your cat.
With your cat, yeah.
This is Thomas's cat, Tiger.
Right. Thomas, where were you in the picture?
Yeah. Well, probably behind the camera.
And it looks like it's on a Linux machine.
It's a Linux box, so that's very nice.
Who's next? Oh!
Here we have Vladimir and Andrea from Brazil. And they're actually on a plane right now, I think.
Where are they going?
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else, not Brazil.
Maybe they're going somewhere else in Brazil.
Are they both Lab Rats fans? Or is it just Andrea? Which one's a fan of me? Andrea, I think.
I don't know. Person in the seat behind you, maybe.
All right.
So there we go.
Thank you. Thank you for sending your picture from Brazil, or leaving from Brazil on an airplane. That's very cool. Well, is that it? Anything else?
I think that's probably it for right now.
Should probably point the camera out the window and show them what it looks like out there.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, turn the credits.
All right.
All right, well, that's it for us. Thank you for downloading this week. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And we'll see you next time.
Are you ready?
Since we're in Vancouver, I'm drinking coffee. Yes, coffee. Vancouver has coffee shop on every single corner, including inside my house. We've got like 3 Starbucks right here.
Drive-through
in my new
Starbucks.
apartment. Yeah, the car traffic over in the bedroom over there is awful.
The car traffic?
Yeah, we got like a drive-through right through our bedroom.
Yes, lucky you. See, the last set of episodes on the East Coast, I should say the East Coast, in central Canada, because we were criticized for that recently.
Yes.
Very much beer-fueled. These episodes, coffee-fueled.
Welcome to Lab Rats!
All right.